For those that don't know who Ecobee is, we are actually a Canadian company, started in Toronto, Ontario, and we're actually the creators of the very first Wi-Fi thermostat in the world. So we launched it back in 2009, also launched the first wireless temperature sensors back in 2009. So we do consider ourselves innovators in the space. We have about 650 employees now and counting. I would say 150 of those are tech support agents. We actually can give you a contractor specific phone number. So if you guys are ever wondering about issues or have any wiring complaints, you can absolutely call them. They can help you with install. They can help you with wiring. They can actually go through the Wi-Fi and pull runtime history for you. So they can actually tell you the exact history of the thermostat, which I think is pretty cool. We're owned by Generac. So for those that are not familiar with Generac, they are one of the world's largest generator companies. Ecobee was purchased by Generac about 2 years ago now, coming up on 3. I would say Ecobee is known for 3 things. We're known for reliability. We're known for compatibility. We're also known for ease of install. So every thermostat you buy through wholesale, you're going to get a 5-year warranty. We call that Ecobee for Pro or Pro thermostats. If you were to go to retail like Home Depot or something like that, anything you buy there is only a 3-year warranty, okay? So if homeowners are asking you, should you buy them the thermostats or should they buy them themselves, I would say you buy them the thermostats. You will get them access to that 5-year warranty through the Pro product that is in wholesale. None of our thermostats have batteries inside of them. So from a reliability perspective, you do need a common wire to power them. Compatibility-wise, I would say we work with pretty much all HVAC systems. Okay, so we have 3 thermostats. For those that are familiar with Ecobee, we've got the Ecobee branded thermostats. We also have Carrier branded thermostats. So there are 2 IntelliSense thermostats. Carrier just launched their IntelliSense equipment. It's a communicating equipment type, furnace and AC. Ecobee Premium, I'm going to focus on that one. I would say this thermostat is the nicest thermostat we've ever sold. It has an air quality sensor built into it. So it literally will read VOC and CO2 directly from the thermostat. There's actually a Bosch air quality sensor inside of it. There's a couple automations with that sensor where if you've got bad air quality in your home and you're using this thermostat to control your HRV, it'll actually kick on your HRV for you if there's bad air quality in the home. So think of it sort of like a little air quality solution for your customers. You can go into a home now and suggest a thermostat that also does air quality monitoring. The nice thing about this thermostat as well is it has one of those wireless temperature sensors with it. So it'll actually read temperature as well from a remote area. You can put that in a bedroom. You can put that in a basement. I'll actually touch on the specs of those in just a moment. This thermostat is a 4-heat, 2-cool heat pump thermostat. So the full offering for heat pumps with a 2-stage of auxiliary heat control. This also has a Bluetooth speaker on it. It also has Alexa built into it, Siri built into it. This is your smart home hub, if you will, okay? This thermostat also supports multiple accessories. So you can actually wire into the Premium an HRV and a humidifier, or let's say an ERV and a dehumidifier. Like you can really, control multiple HVAC accessories from one thermostat now. So a really nice new feature set. It actually just launched about a month ago. This thermostat used to just do a single accessory. Now it does 2, which is awesome. The enhanced thermostat doesn't have the air quality sensor. It does not have, the speaker on the back of it. It does not have Alexa inside of it. It does not have the little wireless smart sensor that comes with it, okay? You'd have to buy those separately as a 2-pack. This thermostat also is a 3-heat, 2-cool heat pump thermostat. So really good heat pump control, but only a single stage of auxiliary heat control with this model. And then the Ecobee 3 Lite, this would be our, is our base model, but I would say our most commonly sold thermostat. We probably sell, this is probably about 70% of our sales. It is a base model thermostat, but it's a 4-heat, 2-cool heat pump thermostat. So for those looking into heat pumps, this is probably the go-to stat for a lot of people these days. It doesn't do accessories. It does not have air quality, does not come with a sensor, has a smaller screen, no speaker, but it does do heat pumps really well. And so for under $200, you're getting a really solid heat pump stat. So again, probably one of our most sold thermostats of all time, if not the most. I have a comparison chart. I'm going to send you guys this by email and follow up. Please feel free to use this at your leisure. It's really helpful to tell the differences between our thermostats. For instance, which ones have air quality built in, which ones do HRVs, the size of the screens, and so on and so forth. So really helpful source of truth. Smart sensors. Okay, all right. So I'm going to go over the specs on the smart sensors. These little guys have temperature inside of them. They also have occupancy inside of them. Okay. Sorry guys, had to mute participants there. Inside of these temperature, inside of these are infrared and motion, right? Okay, so they do occupancy and they do temperature. They don't do humidity, so keep that in mind. These little sensors also have about a 5-year battery life. So they have probably the world's largest watch battery. It's actually a CR2477 watch battery. Gives it about a 5-year battery life. Okay. These sensors also have a 50-foot connection range to the thermostat. So they're not using Wi-Fi, they're actually using radio frequency. So make sure you have all of these sensors within about 50 feet of the thermostat. They can communicate through walls and floors, that's fine. It's just 50 feet is the spec. These sensors do not pick up on pets, so don't worry about cats and dogs triggering occupancy. It really only picks up on humans. These work with all of our thermostats. So the Ecobee 3 Lite included, you can have any number of these with one thermostat. All of our thermostats support it. And in fact, you can have 32 of these with one thermostat. I'll be honest with you, not many people have done 32, but you can absolutely go up to 32. And so I would say the sky's the limit when it comes to these. You can put them in every bedroom if you wanted to in a home, keeping in mind the 50-foot connection range. Now, you're probably asking yourself, how do these actually work? What do they do? They average. So by default, they will take the reading of these sensors. It'll take the reading of your thermostat. It'll average them out and use an average to reach your set point. So it's not zoning. It's not controlling airflow. It is effectively balancing with an average, okay? Now, you can take it a step further, though, and you can choose when certain sensors participate in your schedule. So if I know at nighttime, let's say after 11:30, I'm spending time in my bedroom, I can have the sensor in my bedroom only read temperature. I can have the rest of the sensors and the thermostats in the house not read temperature at that time of day. So it'll effectively make sure my bedroom's at my set point. It'll blow, maybe overheat the rest of the house in doing so, but I don't really care. I just want to be at set point in my bedroom. Okay. So it really does help target cold and hot spots if you'd like it to. That same idea, the participation idea, you can actually use that for wiring issues. So let's say I have a heat pump. Let's say I can't fish my wires upstairs through the floor. It's just not possible. Maybe there's a finished basement. I could install my thermostat down by the heat pump, do all of my wiring where it's easy. I can choose to have that thermostat not read temperature anymore. And I can just use those little sensors around the house for temperature. Okay. So homeowners going to use their phone anyways to control the thermostat. You don't really need that display of the thermostat upstairs anymore. You can totally get away with wiring that up where it's easy and using the wireless temperature sensors around the house instead. So keep that in mind. Next time you guys have a wiring issue, it's a super helpful install scenario. People do it all the time now with heat pumps. Really helps you saving having to fish wires upstairs, while also giving the customer some more temperature readings. Like, it's kind of a win-win in my opinion. A 2-pack of those sensors costs about $100 for reference. We don't just sell thermostats anymore. We actually have moved a little bit into the security space. So, and you'll notice here, I'm showing you our doorbell. Ecobee just launched this doorbell about 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago now. We use the same app for the doorbell. So if you already have an Ecobee thermostat, it uses the exact same application on your phone. This doorbell is wired, so you would need to have 2 wires to it. Any existing wiring for a doorbell you may already have will work. It needs about 24 volts. Really well weather rated. So this thing goes down to like -26 Celsius. It has the largest field of view of any other doorbell in the market. So a very high quality camera. We actually manufacture all of this in-house ourselves, designed in Toronto and in Leeds, England. So we do all this in-house by Ecobee. So a nice, I would say, upsell opportunity. If you're in a home, these are actually now available through Carrier. If you are in a home, you can not only sell a homeowner a thermostat, but you can sell them a doorbell. And honestly, the doorbell shows up on the premium thermostat. So if you ring the doorbell, it'll actually show a live video feed on that premium Ecobee thermostat. So I would say a nice bundle opportunity. Like you can put together like a quote unquote smart home package to your homeowner. And, start selling a bit more of the stuff. You guys are, I would say, in a unique position. You're already in the home, wiring things up, installing the app on their phone. Use the same app. It's only 2 more wires to this doorbell. And you've just got yourself another $200 on an install. So it's a pretty nice upsell, in my opinion. A lot of contractors these days are going for the smart home package. And so you can now start to bundle together some of these devices to your customers. So I would highly consider you guys think about stuff like this. If it's not Ecobee, I consider another company on your end. It's definitely something that's happening in the market. So besides security, I do want to mention some energy saving features on our thermostats. On Ecobee, there's something called Eco Plus. If you ever see this little green circle pop up on the thermostat, it's likely that one of the 5 settings I'm showing here is engaged. Okay, so essentially, I would say the main one is Smart Home and Away. That's the top option there on that list. It's Smart Home and Away. If it's on, it'll actually turn down the temperature for you when nobody's home. So if it doesn't detect occupancy in the space, it'll actually set back your set point about 1.5 degrees. Okay, so about 1.5 degrees Celsius and setback. Little things like that over the course of a few years actually pays for the thermostat pretty quickly in energy savings. So that's one of those settings that can help the homeowner save quite a bit of money and energy when they're not home. There's a few other ones on this list here. Time of use is a good one to note. There's actually an ability for the thermostat to preheat and pre-cool when the rates are more affordable for electricity. So if you live in an area that has a time of use plan or time of use rate system, this thermostat will recognize that, at 7 a.m. every day, the cost of electricity goes up, and it'll start pre-cooling or preheating at like 6:30 in the morning to help save you a bit of money if you're on electrical. So little settings like that over the course of a while actually save quite a bit of money. And so I always say these thermostats pay for themselves in about 3 years of usage. So if your homeowner's ever wondering, why would I want to pay more money for a Ecobee thermostat? You can tell them, settings like this will save them quite a bit of money. And it tends to pay for itself very quickly. If you go on ecobee.com, you can actually see runtime reporting. So if I was a homeowner and I had a thermostat, I could log into ecobee.com. And I can see something called Home IQ there. You'll see on the right here, there's a runtime report. It'll actually tell you hour by hour what the system's been doing, set points, temperatures, all that stuff. And you'll also get an energy savings report on the left there. So really helpful diagnostics tool on the right, really helpful savings tool on the left. These are completely free and only available on desktop computers, okay, or laptops. So you'd have to be on, quote unquote, big screens, as we like to say, not on your phone. For those that work with, fan coils, PTACs, high-rise heat pumps, anything with multi-speed fan, Ecobee controls that as well. So you can actually wire in 3 independent G wires to our thermostats, and we will actually control 3 speeds of fan from our thermostats. So we cross into quite a few light commercial spaces as well, not just residential. For those that have property managers as customers, we do have a dashboard system called Smart Buildings. Think of it like a thermostat management software, kind of like an automation software light that's HVAC focused. You can use this software, Smart Buildings, to control an unlimited amount of thermostats from one central portal. Okay, so lots of different areas would enjoy this, like senior living facilities like this. Lots of restaurants use this. Student housing likes this a lot. So a lot of different areas where you have multiple thermostats to manage. And instead of changing the temperature on the device itself, you can put them all on a dashboard and you can actually see and make bulk changes across all of your buildings. Get your alerts, get your runtime history. It's a really nice solution for property managers. It's a lot more affordable than other automation softwares out there. This one costs roughly $2.50 per month per thermostat. Okay, so a really nice offer that way.
But yeah, that's the end of the presentation, everybody. I'll hang out here for a couple more minutes if you have any questions, but thank you so much for joining. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care, everybody.
更多专业视频可以关注北美华人暖通空调 YouTube 频道，加入会员观看完整视频。